Alright everyone, this is, we're back to Arena. My name is Kent Ketter, and what we have here is a user-submitted, what I'm going to call a burn deck. It's some sort of like red-green rampy pile that's eventually just trying to chuck a big Fight with Fire or a Banefire at the opponent's face. It gets there with some kind of spicy brews we have here. We have Wayward Swordtooth, and let me pull that back up now that I accidentally clicked it. Still used to my Excel sizing. Anyway, Wayward Swordtooth lets you play an extra land once you get Sitting's Blessing. It's a 5/5 that likes to beat it down. And then lastly, Experimental Frenzy is the other way that I think this deck tries to like break parity or get ahead. So it really is a Frenzy deck focused around Green Seeker and, you know, I guess the Swordtooth just to put more permanents in play. You eventually sack this and start chucking the burn spells at the opponent's face. What else is happening with this, you might ask? Well, I've got an answer for you. The sideboard, well, nothing special. Really just a nice mid-range deck from there. We do have Sorcerer's Spyglass, which I think is a ridiculously underplayed card right now in Standard. This shuts off Teferi and tells people to go away. Outside of that, just some roundouts with some more Banefires, some Wraths here, or excuse me, some Sweepers and Fiery Cannonade. And lastly, our final Lava Coils, because the large flying Phoenix needs to die. So let's jump into the queue and see what we can do. I don't necessarily think that this deck is what I would like take into a competitive tournament going up. I think it's a bit slow and kind of dirtily, but I'm interested to see against the control decks and the slower mid-range decks, you know, if it has the ability to hang. So we'll record a few more matches with this, see how it plays out, give some feedback at the end, and then I'm going to jump straight into green-black mid-range coming up here. I might do Grixis mid-range next. What's the input folks have on that? So I think I mulligan this. Flooded out real bad last time with this. Last couple games I played, so not going to be surprised if it happens again. I'm going to shock this. Most likely the opponent's just playing a nice spicy green-black mid-range pile, and they're going to try to pressure us a good amount with that. Can't kill a 2/3 without a lightning strike, so let's cash in the shock while we can. Interesting. Yeah, I'm going to play it today, Jace. And then that's definitely a deck I'm going to actually keep built in the queue. You know, I think that's like one of the powerful mid-range strategies. I wouldn't be surprised if it becomes like very, very just like blue-black, bring our one red card and Nicol Bolas or a couple Lava Coils going forward. And I think that'll be pretty interesting. This deck, on the other hand, we'll see. We'll see. If they give us, you know, all the time in the world, we could eventually just start Jace or Banefiring them, Fight with Firing them. Jim Miles, there absolutely is. If you actually check out the Polyraptor deck we played, I wouldn't be surprised to find that there is a red-green, like, proactive deck. The downside you're running into, no Stomping Ground. Stomping Ground is definitely a good one that you want to get some games in with. I'll make sure today, even if I don't, because I don't know if I'm gonna have time to get to green-black mid-range for, you know, like a full league. All right, we're done here. Just with this game, excuse me. I will show you the list that I'm looking to play because I'm going to be playing Going to be playing a standard event on Sunday. Kind of excited to battle it out. So, green, black. Make those lava coils. Death Gorges here. So what I'm thinking here, I need to cut 6 cards. I actually don't want Tyrant. They can make me sack that and punish me too hard on that one. So I need to cut 4 cards. Whew. I don't think I bring the Spyglasses in here. Do you think he saw us? So this is definitely a good indicator to me that this deck is just constructed in a way that I don't think it interacts well with like what the format's doing. I don't really know what to be boarding out here. Like I don't feel like we have cards that let us like swap around in a way that we can generate value well enough that we can eventually turn the corner and beat them. Like our 1-for-1 removal doesn't match up well against their like 0-for-1 creatures. And their planeswalkers are like really tough for us to deal with outside of once again throwing removal at it. So we're kind of pinched there as well. I'm gonna cut this, try another Banefire, and just submit it. Hey, Gagra, thanks for stopping by. It's been going pretty well. Arena went down for some unexpected downtime, so we shifted to some Modern, played Green-Black Elves, fully Modern that one, 3-2'd it. We won a game where our opponent put 14 power, or attacked with 14 power on turn 2, and we won that. So, yeah, I can't complain. I can't complain. It's just been another good day of getting to play some Magic. So, it's kind of nice. Kind of nice. Kind of nice. Yeah, yeah. I'm excited for this Grixis mid-range deck. We're going to pilot next here. I think it's got some slightly more proactive elements, or sorry, competitively relevant elements in it. So it'll be a fun one. Back to the Red-Green Dinos question. I do absolutely think there's a Red-Green Dinos deck. I think Forerunner of the Empire is a little bit better than, you know, like, I don't want to say you want to, like, give it credit for, but it looks nice. Like, we had, like, a Rathu a couple times. It was sweet. I was in Polyraptor, so. Yeah, we'll be firing up next. That was a donation by Jace, 2155, so I'm excited to get to play it, and I think he's in chat, so. Yep. I think I'm just going to go up on Karn. I just want to start setting this up. Yeah, that's very fair. It's got some downside to it, but yeah, when we untapped into like deal 2, you were like, I can't complain. How do I complain here? I think this card has some punch late game once we start clearing out some blockers, so I'm gonna hold on to it. Some of them Blackarinos gots to go. Probably leave that there. Yeah. I'm just gonna go for my face, right? A red source in play. So Just gonna keep killing things, try to get ahead. Just eat their creatures. Don't want them to buy them back later with fines. So yeah, the red-green list will should have a good 4-drop in it. The ones that I played yesterday was a little more like leaning on the Polyraptor. So you could play like a couple Forerunners and then have a stack of like Phoenixes and other stuff around it. So this one, this one, this one. Let me act like I have a shock here. All right. I mean, the downside is they just put this in play and blow this up and we cry. Oh. Oh, that's why. Because they realize we don't have a hit off the top. I don't think that's right. I think they put this in play and just pop our Frenzy here. I think that's a fair sequence to cut us off of extra cards. This isn't really that powerful. I picked that land off the top because I thought in my mind that I wanted to get another one. I should have just put it in play. So now, hopefully, if I hit a land here, I can put it in play then. I'm going to eat this. I don't want him to recur effects off of it. Sure. I'm just going to leave this alone, actually. Right? How do I guess we'll just do it for 2. I don't think it lets you do it because we're on the top of the deck. It does let you do it on another use of it. Put this on the bottom because now we're still trying to draw cards. We did it before with an X spell. Yeah, you select and then you can just hit Z to like undo. Yeah, see, I know what's up. Probably supposed to bottom this. So I don't know. This is not going well. Auto Topper a little loose on the suggestion there, but we'll clean it up. Upkeep, I want to bottom this. Okay, we're good. We're good. We got this. We got this. I'm going to tighten it up. All right. Let me get some caffeine in me. Bring some... Ow! 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 Because they bring that back, and then they sack these, and then they make this, and then they blow this up, and we cry! That's the game if they go with that sequence. Please don't do that, 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 please don't do it, please don't do it! Problem is they won't miss it, because Arena's suggesting, like, sack these clues right now. And this is the... we're so dead. This is such a good sequence. This is the deck that I'm looking at playing this weekend. The green-black mid-range deck, so... it's sequences like this with this 6-mana Vraska that are just too hard to pass up. So. Alright, we get to make decisions. That Green Seeker was going to let us know if we had a second sequence next turn. Okay. So I can still sacrifice... this, and then you for a bunch, right? I'm gonna go with this. See if this will work out. Gotta play to win, folks! So, nice thing we can do here is I can check. I have 3 dead cards on the bottom, so I'm not gonna shuffle with Field of Ruin here. That's just better than getting the single land out. I really like this feature, by the way. You just go to the bottom. Look, they're right there. They're right there. They're right there. They're right there. Right there. We got 2 draws here. Looking for Bonfire or Fight with Fire. Get him. Just to make sure they knew they weren't going to get to ult. They don't have any life gain. Alright, we stole one. Let's go to game 3. I wonder if they can beat the Carnage Tyrant. Sorcerer's Spyglass is also a consideration because of its ability to shut off like either Vraska. Like, as much as I want to bring in Spyglass, I just don't think it's good enough against, like, his primary plan of attack you a bunch. And then... I mean, we are, though, like, the whole point of this is or the whole point of the deck, like, the strategy here, I could see Cannonade being good here. I can buy that. I could get rid of some of these and just get a... Oh. Let's take a look at this and see if this will take care of some issues for us. We're just trying to put 2 of these at their face. So I can't cut the Karns for that reason. Like Karn is just digging for the second piece, and then we're just... Like, we're a really bad combo deck is what I'm driving towards, I think. I mean, our opponent's not going to aggro us out with this hand, so I appreciate that. 4 for 1. Oh. At what ratio does it become delicious, is what I'm wondering. I think, like, for me, it's like tasty, like a tasty 2 for 1 is where, like, 3 for 1 maybe, but when you start hitting, like, 4 for 1, that's got to be delicious at that point. By the looks of our hand and with the possibility of choking, I'm just going to coil. You are not wrong. We brought them in. I did lower the latency for this stream. Hopefully that's looking better. I probably bin that. This is going to be an interesting game. I think we're going to frenzy like early with these spells in our hand and then eventually try to sack it and get them later. Gotcha. No worries, Gagger. Succulent. 3 to 4 is succulent. I could buy that. I'd buy that. Looks like our opponent's bricking a little on lands. No. We don't know that yet. We don't. It's still turn 3. We'll hold off for a turn. I gotta bend that. They're like 0 for 12. A little less pressure. Gotta say, our opponent made decisions. We made decisions. Oh. I'm gonna go Elf, and I think I'm gonna fight this. Do I want to fight this? Because I want to Frenzy next turn. Feels really aggressive. I can always just like, yeah, I'll just wait. Like, I'm not far off from frenzying. Once I get to 10, this is just a wrath. I'm being silly. I'm being silly. They're also 2 turns off of Doomy D, so that's good. Okay, 1 turn off of Doomy D. That's good. Okay. That makes more sense. Okay. I'm just gonna put this in play. That could not have gone better. We've assembled the combo! So I actually want to... Aww. Yeah, we'll take the action here. So I was going to say we want to bottom the greens, or we want to draw the Green Seeker. Opponent was so great to give us the resource there. I'll keep that as well. It'll be an interesting flip to get that rolling. Actually, do I want it because of Vraski? 3... Yeah, it's fine. I'll take it. Yeah, I think you're right, Zach. We might have wanted to just start flipping Banefires at faces. I'm overthinking like what it is I need to do, when in reality, like the very basic level of I need to deal 20 damage to my opponent is where we should. Oh, okay, our opponent just gave this to us. We're fine. We're gonna win this. Opponent made decisions. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Interesting. I could also Banefire. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. I need to kick this. Kicked. This one. This one. So it's 6. I need to deal 2 here. 8. 2 here. Yep. 6. 2. 2? Is that right? Yep. Submit. No, I can't. I can't. Oh, you're right. I can, because I'm going to kill the threat. Yeah, you're right. I could have just went 6-2 split there. I'm okay with this. That's a fair point. Fair point, though. I think our opponent might be giving us some help. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, but I appreciate them digging in. Cool. Five, 6, 7. Sure. So it's like Banefire for some amount, Lava Coil for some amount. Kill that. This is for 4, puts him to 10. That's not enough. Huh. 4. Yeah, I think we ignore this. You're right. Yeah, I think the Vraska observation earlier was interesting. Maybe they just ult it immediately when we start killing creatures, like wholesale, just and that's fine. Oh, opponent. So I should have done that there, but then 3, 6, 9. That's going to give us a kick. Yeah. I'm gonna check to see if we got a. No, I don't. That doesn't matter. Four, 5, 6, 7. So I need to be able to tag him for 7. I don't think +1 does much for a pump here, so. But we're dead. It's like a +2/+2 pump, but like those are all Banefire type things, so or hexproofy things, right? So yeah. Oh, it just didn't cast because I was out of time. Oh, darn it! I guess that's what I get for not managing my clock correctly. Oh well. Yep, I was thinking about something that didn't even matter. Oh, well. Okay, okay. Well, I think we had the ability to steal one there and just didn't pilot it well enough. All right, let's do it again. Yeah, it's definitely going to pattern people to play more efficiently with their time. There's a lot of players that just take all day to get through their sequences, and it's just like, come on. So I actually think with the land next turn, I'm not going to scry in the upkeep, because if I hit it, I want to go Swordtooth land. But yeah, sorry. I think Arena is just going to get people back towards what good play pacing should be. We're really slow right now. It's like embarrassingly slow. Ah, Dawn of Hope controller here. I see. Yeah, there's definitely abusable things in there. But, you know, like with all things, we'll figure it out. Figure it out. I need to stop removing that stop. That's so dumb. That's on me. That's like a super easy upkeep scry. Put this on bottom. This is probably a land. Sure. Definitely was the other card. Good selection opponents. I have a land underneath there. Just gonna pass here. Probably start striking our opponent out. Oh, I want to make him discard. Let's see. Nice interaction here. I don't know like what blue-black sequence they would have, but I want my second red source here. I think it was just like it was just gonna be like strike, strike. Our opponent stumbled, so we got a freebie there. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there's 2 more to cut. It's probably just these 2 strikes. I could also see these coming in, and we keep these out entirely and just go with like this configuration. No, it's probably the Brontes. Yeah, this. This is actually not a bad setup for control. Is there a reason why we want strike there? I don't think so. I'm like slowly coming around on looking at this pile. I'm like, you know, this is not the worst thing. It's not the worst deck I've ever played. I really want to get to the Grixis deck. I'm definitely going to hurry to get to that match next. Record a couple games with it, and I think I'm just going to stream with it some more tomorrow and get that content up. I'm definitely streaming tomorrow. I'm going to add that to my schedule afterwards. Probably do another 4-hour block, but I'll do whatever Grixis I don't get through because I've got an obligation in about an hour and a half. Whatever Grixis games I don't get through, I will play more tomorrow. Yeah. And then play some green black. Yeah, I'm just going out for drinks with friends. Yeah, very, very, you know, Obligation's probably overly, it's conflating it a bit much, but... I feel like that was a good matchup for us. Should be 2-0. 2-0's break even. I think that's my favorite part. It's like 500 gold to win. Alright, we're going to get one more in with this. I want to actually get some gameplay in. I think it's a pretty sweet one. Apologies for the shortened league. Played a couple games before the shutdown, or before the downtime. And, you know, just don't have them compressed together. So, yeah. The deck flooded horribly for the first 2 games, so it wasn't even really that great of content. So hopefully this next game will be good. An opponent that understands the best Planeswalker. Not sure. Not sure. Lean with me, rock with me. Yeah, I'm excited for it, Jace. Wish I could have gotten, or wish I would have gotten like some games in just a little bit earlier. Meet your F&M. Hey, Alex, thanks for stopping by. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm, almost hour 4 of today. Trying to stick to 10 hours of content a week, or at least, 10 hours. It looks like I'm going to be streaming tomorrow, prepping for that team event up in Snohomish. So, glad you stopped by. I would love to. I'm not right, but I'm not wrong, but I'm not wrong. Hop with me. Yeah, it's really great. Standard's fantastic. So, 4 cards in hand. I think I can pop a Branch Walker, but maybe I take an Elf here. I'm going to pass on both and just ship it back over. Cool. We'll Lava Coil that. Plus the treasure map. I think they changed the prioritization with this update, like the auto tapper. Six. Yeah. I just want to keep hitting land drops. Like coil a couple nerds next turn. Yeah, it's it is powerful. Generates cards in a way you don't normally get to see. This is our second matchup against green-black, and I feel like last time we got away with them not being proactive with their Veraskas on our permanents. Yeah, here they just blow up the sword dude. Yeah, this just keeps it off the table now. Oh! Opponent's so smart. I wanted to bottom that there. I'm actually just digging for that fight with fire. That's... I guess I can hope for... 2, 3, 6, 9. Yeah, I think I need to shuffle with Frenzy here. Or with Field. And then I'm going to need to activate this because I need to find... No, because I can do it afterwards. No, because I need to go before. Yeah, do it now. Oh, little Peep's on! Oh, Peep. Oh. Yeah, so I need to do it here. So I'm dead. That's all right. Jackal Girl, I think that would be pretty reasonable. Especially if there's like another green spell. I could see this deck actually playing the 4-mana discard a card, draw 2, put treasure into play, something like that. Yeah, I think expansion would be a reasonable consideration. So, green-black again. Something like this. I'm wondering if Carnage Tyrant is where we're supposed to be as opposed to Lightning Strikes. We, like, keep their creatures trimmed down enough that eventually Tyrant gets them. At the same time, I am just trying to, like, attack them a whole lot, so, like, doing that seems pretty good. Hey, Apprentice, welcome back. Yeah, absolutely. I believe I actually played it the other day. Mimkin is pretty powerful, and it's good. Sagemoto, I missed this, but thank you so much for the follow. Thanks for hanging out. All right, this is going to be our last match with this deck, win, lose, or draw, and I'm going to jump into a few games with the Grixis pile. And then that, unfortunately, is going to be it for today. My ability to judge how long it takes me to get through games. A little off. All right. So yeah, Apprentice of Elder Dragons, not Bolas. I would absolutely be down to play that one. Lean, double cup. Put the stop back in the upkeep. Yeah, there's not a 3 that I want to cast. It's not really a reason for me to tap it there. I guess I just tap it on my opponent's turn to be able to retain a block. Doesn't really make much sense. Yeah. We are ramping right though to map fight you, so that's good. There's a good chance here our opponent's draw will be slow enough that we can get to the double fight you turns. I don't think our opponent brought in the dresses. Maybe they did. to strike here. I could see this deck wanting it. This one wanting it, absolutely. I thought you were referring to green-black. I was like, I mean, maybe, but this one, So I think I want a Karn here first. The idea, like, do I want a Dryad first or I want a Karn first? And I think I Karn first, because if I reveal Spell to Dryad, then I just put it on Karn. Take the 4 here is fine. So now the question is do I want to map or field first? And I think I want the land, so I want to map first. Like, if I find a spell, I'm going to bottom it and then Greenseeker afterwards. But if I find a land, I'm going to top it. This is like a very... No, I think I'm supposed to Greenseeker first. Because if I find a land, I want to find a second land to maximize the cards I can draw. Because I Greenseeker, and then I treasure map. Yeah, that'll work. Take action. Just gonna bottom that. I have a land there. That's another misstep. What's my exiled one here? That. So I'm gonna get this. I do, Graga. It's listed below. Do this. Do this. Hey, Apprentice of Dragons! Thank you so much for the $10 donation. I am so sorry about that. Live the Mono Red Memekin Dream. I will get that added to the queue. Thank you so much. I need to get the audio cues added to this one. And they're on, but they're not showing them to me. Thank you so much for that donation. I think Ripdraw would be pretty reasonable to do exactly what you described. But what I think Raptors would be reasonable because it also lets you cash in your shocks for cards. Ranging Raptors would be interesting as well. Thank you again. I'm excited to get to some Memekins. Let's see, 3, 6, 7. Get this. Yeah. So attack for 2. Karn's gone. This stop going away is so frustrating. I'm just dead, right? Yeah! Ah! God bless it. I just punted this away, didn't I? Did I have active fight? 3, 7, 8. I did not have active fight, I don't think. 3, 4, 8. I was 1 short, so I lost this game. Oh, with the treasure I would have! I'm just not playing very well today. Alright. I'm just going to concede this one and call it a game. I'm going to go to the bathroom before I step back and play about an hour, roughly 45 minutes of Grixis. I'll be right back, folks. Thank you so much for hanging out. All right, welcome back. I'm gonna do the wrap up. Hey, that's a nice hit. All right, do a quick wrap up here on basically how old boy how this pile feels. So, burn. Red, green, fight your fires. What sort of things would I would suggest to change? What works, what didn't? All right, so at the core of the deck, the Experimental Frenzy Dryad Greenseeker Treasure Map combo is a pretty interesting way to, get some card advantage and just get into a later game state. I think it's very interesting that your combo piece, is basically 2 Fight with Fires or Bane Fires and your opponent's life total. So getting to 9 mana and then getting 2 of those cards is not that impossible. I would say something like Wayward Swordtooth is like a reasonable way to get there, but the cards really do nothing in a lot of situations, so it wasn't that impressive, but, I was by no means, off of it. I think this Frenzy map, or Frenzy plus, other top-of-the-deck effects, could work in, Blue-Red or something the like. Obviously, you don't have Dryad, then it's a little different. But I think it's an interesting take on, it's just a different strategy to try to execute in the standard format. If you like casting very large instants and sorceries, this is definitely the deck for you. And I think out of the sideboard, if any questions as far as what you could access there, you're really just shoring up with some spells for your aggressive matchups, and then a little more card advantage so you can trim the shocks and strikes against the control decks where they're not really that relevant. I wouldn't put too much effort into piloting this if you're attempting to do well at, we'll say, your local PT2s or Grand Prix. But for an FNM or something of the like, or maybe a PPTQ where you just want to have some fun, this would be a really good deck going forward. I'm interested to see where Frenzy can go, but I don't think this is per se the right strategy for it to really make it look powerful. So, interesting league. Let's jump into the next one.